yeah, yeah. In Stamford Bridge.
Neon poles in the midnight air. Wires hum like they know you're there. Echoes ride through the circuit tide. We drift, we move, electrified. We glide. Neon pulse in the midnight air. Wires hum like they know you're there. Echoes ride through the circuit tide. We drift, we move, electrified. We glide. Let the voltage glide. Oh, let the silence slide. Oh, ride the current wide. We glow.
Welcome everyone. Welcome to Qarabag versus Chelsea, the live is the watch along. There's approximately an hour and 2 minutes to go before the match kicks off. But of course, we have to do the pre-game analysis, reaction to the lineup and everything in between. So I want to thank everybody who's tuned in so far. Currently, it says that there's been 4 likes since the stream was created, and 1 person is currently watching in the interim of the intro that was playing. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for the 1 person that has joined so far 4 minutes into the stream. I appreciate you. So let's look at the lineup, starting with Qarabag, who are, of course, the home side. Chelsea, of course, are playing away. Qarabag FK, I beg your pardon. Of course, according to FootMob, it's predicting and seeing that they will be playing a 4-2-3-1 formation, and of course, that is similar to what is expected from Chelsea as well. So, from Qarabag FK, I'm probably going to have a hard time pronouncing some of these names, but I will try to do the best that I can. So, Watchalong is the goalkeeper. He's their number 99. You have Silva, who's number 2, and he's also playing as a fullback. You have Mustafa Sado. Probably that's not how it's pronounced. Mustafa Fasid or Fasade. I probably butchered that name poorly. 13. He's the number 13. You have Medina, a name that was awfully familiar to me, and he's their 81 player. Number 44 for them is Jafar Calwell. probably butcher that name poorly. Jankovic is in the midfield, and he's the number 8. You have Bikalho, who is their additional midfielder to make a double pivot. Then you have Andrade, who's their right-sided wide forward or winger or attacking midfielder, right attacking midfielder, depending on what terminology you like to use. Then you have Malinowski. Malinowski is the center attacking midfielder, and their captain is Robert, who is the left attacking midfielder. And then up top you have Duran, who's the number 17. So on Chelsea side, we have Tyreek George starting up top as a false 9. You have Joe Pedro, who is right in behind him, who's the number, who of course is Chelsea's number 20. Then to the left and right of Joe Pedro, you have Jamie Gittins and Esteban William, who's getting the nod to start the match against Qarabag FK. And you have Romeo Lavia and Santos being the double pivot, the 2 6s. Of course, Romeo Lavia is number 45 for Chelsea, and number 17 is the shirt number of Andres Santos. Now, the back 4 is Kukurele as the left back. You have Yoel Hato as the centre back, of course, the player that Chelsea signed from Ajax in the summer. Tosin Adebayo is his centre back partner. And then you have Reece James, who of course is his captain as the right back, and Robert Sanchez in goal, which is one thing that a lot of people perhaps weren't expecting. I'm not sure if anybody, well, I can't say anybody, I can't say that many persons expected Robert Sanchez to start. Perhaps you'd think that Philip Jorgensen would be the one that would get the nod from Maresca. However, of course, after having a scintillating performance against the likes of Tottenham Hotspurs on the weekend, Robert Sanchez remains in goal as the number 1 for Chelsea and the number 1 for Enzo Maresca as well. So it is interesting. I want to know what you guys think about the lineup, because I know that some people are divided because they're wondering why the likes of Liam Delap, who, if I'm not mistaken, is available for selection. I'm trying to see if I can find the bench. Okay, but I'm not seeing the bench. Anyways, yeah, I think Liam Delap should be available because, of course, he got a red card. Yes, he's suspended in domestic competitions for, I believe, 2 games. He would have, of course, served one of those with the match against Tottenham Hotspur. So Liam Delap should be available for selection in this match. And people think that at least he'd be able to get this match because he would have been an ideal option to start as a centre forward rather than using a false 9 system. But of course, Tyreek George is one of those players that we know he has been trusted in the Champions League, which shows a bit of irony because the Champions League is viewed as a very highly competitive competition that you don't know what you're going to get. Of course, in the Premier League, you can also say that that's the case because you don't know what the team you're facing will come with. But at the same time, we can say quite simply that Tyreek George has been trusted by Enzo Maresca to be the starter. So we'll see what happens. Of course, there's a lot to come. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to go onto YouTube right now on my phone so I can see if anybody has responded to the poll that I put out already. Seeing how many persons have taken the time to give their thoughts on who they believe will win or what they think the final results will be when everything is said and done. Now, there's also a goal here. We are trying to raise some funds for a worthy cause as well. For persons who have been a part of the channel long enough, they've been subscribed to the channel long enough, they will be, of course, aware of the fact that I am in Jamaica. And, of course, for persons who are aware of current affairs, things that are happening around the world, there are persons in Jamaica that have either lost their life or they've lost their home. So I have family members who have lost their home. So, of course, I'm doing my part to try to help with that. And of course, helping on a wider stage as well to bring support to the persons who, unfortunately, due to the natural disaster that took place in the hurricane and last week, there is a lot of damage, a lot of chaos, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of sadness all around Jamaica. So the goal that you're seeing here, it's, if you're able to donate, of course you go to wherever it needs to go to, but considering that monetization is on this channel, why not use the space to do that? So all the proceeds that go here will be going towards helping my family, and also depending on what the donations are, it will also be divided as well, because YouTube will of course take a percentage. But that being said, the poll should be up. I'm not seeing the poll. I'm not sure if the poll actually happened. But what I do know is that I want to know what you guys think. Who do you think will win will Chelsea and will Qarabag be able to get a win at home? Chelsea have a daunting task because, as it stands, if I look at the Champions League table, Chelsea are not in the top 8. Currently, they're not in the top 8. So nothing short of a win is acceptable. We know how it goes. Chelsea are currently 13th. So if they get a win and their goal tally is by a good margin, they will go ahead of Liverpool, who are currently 6th. They will also go ahead of Tottenham, who are 8, who have 8 points, and they're in 7th. And of course, there's teams like Dortmund and Man City who are yet to play. So of course, we have to wait and see what happens there. But of course, it's not easy. And I do believe that Chelsea are going to have to go through the group stage, the qualification round to qualify for the last 16. Because I don't think the performances from Chelsea have been the greatest. The goal tally matters. And Chelsea so far haven't been able to, propel themselves into the top half of the group stage or the league format stage. So, of course, it's a daunting task. We know that there's 36 teams that participate in the competition. Of course, we know that there's some teams that more than likely will not even get to the qualification round, as some are on 0 points. But for tuning in, as I said before, I really appreciate it. 2 likes, we can do better than that. But I know that the match is far from starting. So, of course, as the stream goes by, we may see more people coming in to tune in, trying to hope that they can get to watch the match here. Of course, I'll have to tell them that they can't watch it here live. But there's 52 minutes to go before the match kicks off. So we have some time to kill before the match will kick off officially and proper. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a short intermission. I'm going to return in about 10 minutes, closer to 45 minutes. And then, of course, I will do a little pre-game show-esque aspect for this watch-along after that 10 minutes. So it's approximately, well, for me, it's currently 11:55. In the UK, it is 4:55 p.m. So I will be doing this short intermission for 10 minutes, and I'll be back after that. So stay tuned and don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
in Stamford Bridge where legends play. The Blues march on day by day. From the academy's nurturing hands to the roaring crowds in distant lands, Chelsea Sessions brings the game to life with training clips and match insights so rife. We dive deep into every play where the Blues make history every day. Oh Chelsea, our hearts beat true in victory and defeat. We stand by you. From the men's fierce fight to the women's grace, together we conquer in every place. Through the highs and the lows we've seen, your spirit remains evergreen. With every pass and every goal, you ignite the passion in our soul. On Chelsea Sessions we get to know the tactics and the players that steal the show. We analyze and cheer with pride for every Blue that's side by side. Oh Chelsea, our hearts beat true in victory and defeat. We stand by you. From the men's fierce fight to the women's grace, together we conquer in every place. From the youth's first steps to the seasoned pros, your legacy eternally grows. On Chelsea Sessions we break it down, following every dribble, pass and crown. Oh Chelsea, our hearts beat true in victory and defeat. We stand by you. From the men's fierce fighting to the women's grace, together we conquer in every place. So here's to Chelsea, both now and then. We'll follow you forever through thick and thin. With Chelsea Sessions we grow as one to 100K. Let's get it done. So here's to Chelsea, both now and then. We'll follow you forever through thick and thin. With Chelsea Sessions we grow as one to 100K. Let's get it done. Oh Chelsea, our hearts beat true in victory and defeat. We stand by you, by you. From the men's fierce fight to the women's grace, together we conquer in every place. So here's to Chelsea, both now and then. We'll follow you forever through thick and thin. With Chelsea Sessions we grow as one to 100K. Let's get it done.
All right, so I'm back. I'm just going to quickly share this instead so that you guys can just have some visual thing to see of the Chelsea men's team so far. Okay, I don't want to get copyrighted, so I'm going to mute this and then play this again because I don't want to be copyrighted. I remove myself out of the frame. You can see the likes of Mark View. You can see Enzo Maresca, the head coach there, of course. You see João Pedro and André Santos, the two Brazilians. We see Liam Delap, Enzo Fernandez, and Kukulea, Josh Achengpong, Esteban Williams, Tosin Adebayo, View again, and then it repeats itself. So I'm going to just go back to this right here, put myself back into the frame, and then let's just discuss now. So, of course, we know that, as I said, Qarabag FK versus Chelsea is going to take place in about 43 minutes. So we have quite a long way to go before the match actually kicks off in its entirety. But of course, we do know that Chelsea are a team, as I would have mentioned before taking that break, that Chelsea have a long way to go in terms of qualification. They have to qualify for the top 8 if they want to not find themselves in a situation where they have to go through qualification rounds or having to play other teams who are outside of that top 8 to get that last 8 qualification. So hopefully they can get into that top 8 to avoid any additional pressure, any additional matches that can be avoided. So they have the work cut out for them for sure. It's not going to be easy. Most definitely will not be easy. So getting a win here is very important, and I hope that they see it the way that I see it, and how other Chelsea fans, if I'm not mistaken, should believe and should see it as well. So just going to show you guys this other video here from the Chelsea FC X account. So I'm going to remove myself off the frame and put this in full screen, and I'm going to play this. I'm going to ensure that I'm muted so that I'm not copyrighted, because I know that they love to use copyrighted music. So here we go. Okay, I think it's safe for me to play this audio, so I'm going to try and do this again.
How many miles do you think it is to Azerbaijan?
Miles?
Yeah.
3,500.
Close, not
what is
bad. 2.5.
2.5?
Yeah.
That's a lot closer than I thought.
Yeah, man. Boy, how many miles do you think it is from London to Azerbaijan?
150.
Way off. Way off. 3,500.
In full? Bro, these guys are stupid or what? 2,500. 5,000?
Nah. Way off. 2,500.
Oh. 4,000?
Nah.
More?
Less.
Less?
Yeah, 2,500.
2,500?
Yeah.
No, what is it?
How many miles?
No.
London to Azerbaijan.
15,000.
2,500.
2,500.
All right, so you can obviously see that is one thing that took place before, the journey to Qarabag, as they just said. I probably butchered that completely, but anyways, I'm just trying to prepare myself. There's 39 minutes left before the match kicks off, so of course there's some way to go. It's not anywhere close to kick off yet. We still have over 30 minutes left to go. So what I will do is this. I'm going to try to get this up. I'm going to try to ensure that I don't have to bypass any sort of, free advertising. But before all of this, I need to put myself back in frame. So I'm going to remove this, put myself in full screen so that you guys will see me and not anything else. For instance, so face to face now. Chelsea have a good record against Qarabag. They faced off against them 2 years recently. Not 2 years ago, but 2 years in the past. 2017 is one of those instances. They won 2-0. They played against them even more recent than that, and they won 4-0. So, of course, the head-to-head looks to be in Chelsea's favor at the moment. But we know that what happened years ago doesn't matter for the current, and the present doesn't matter. The present is what matters, not the past. So, of course, we do know that although they were able to do so, it's not going to be all sunshine and rainbows. It's going to be a very difficult match, and of course, we know for a fact that the team will be up for it. I do believe that they'll be up for it. I do believe that they'll be up for it. So, what I will do now, I'm going to be sharing this here for you guys to watch. So this is showing glimpses of what Qarabag looks like. Just bear with me. 2 people watching. Let me see who's dropped that first comment here. Big up to you, SKFC. Thank you so much for tuning in. Big up to you, SK. Thank you. I hope you're well. Thank you for tuning in. What do you think about the lineup, SK? Do you think that it's a strong lineup? Is there any player that you see starting that you didn't expect to start? Let me know what you think about the lineup. Is there any person that you didn't expect to start who is starting? 2 people watching. We have 2 likes. I'm sure that we can get more likes. I'm asking you to also share the stream if you can as well. As I said, I know that the match is over 30 minutes away from starting, so of course, not much people will be here in the pre-game aspect of it. So big up to you, as I said. And if you're still here, please do let me know what you think from Chelsea. Do you think that it's strong enough to beat Qarabag? Do you think that we're underestimating Qarabag? Let me know what you think about all of that as well. So I'm just going to share this. As I said, we have about 30 minutes or so to go before the match kicks off. So we're going to do some pre-game pressing and all of that. So let me just do this quickly. I'm going to try to zoom this in so it looks better as well and in better frame. But yeah, let's see what you have to say, SK, before I do all of that. Shabang. Okay, so you're saying I'm not really tripping on it. This is basically a Conference League game. Well, based on the name, we're saying that it is, and of course we have a good record against them, of course. But I don't like to underestimate teams. I know that, of course. So it's not like it's not the C tier competition, but I get what you're saying. Yeah, on paper we should be getting a win, but as they say, football isn't played on paper, and a lot of the times what you expect to be the case doesn't happen. So I'm not going to underestimate them. They are a very good team. They're a very high pressing team as well, and they are also the best team in their league as well. So of course we have to put some level of respect on their name because they are champions. They are the current title holders, and they are currently the team sitting top of their league. So I'm not going to disrespect them, but I do get what you're saying. On paper, we should be beating them, and if we don't win, it'll be hilarious for the neutral fans, the rival fans, because we're losing to our inferior on paper team. So thank you for your response. What do you think about the lineup exactly? I know you say you're not tripping on it because it's a Conference League-esque sort of match or game for you, but is there anybody that is starting that you didn't expect to see starting, or anybody that you wanted to see start but isn't starting? Big up to you, Tobago. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to ask you the same question, Tobago. Is there any player that you see starting that you didn't expect to start, or did you get the lineup correct? Is anything like that? Let me know what you have to say. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you also for sharing the stream. I appreciate it. But as I said, I know that the match hasn't kicked off just yet. So of course, in terms of support, it's not going to be at the highest level currently. And this is something that I have to also share. Can you help us make it to our subscriber goal of 4,000? We are approximately 7 subscribers away from 4,000 subscribers. And I am hoping that we can get to that number by today. It's not impossible. If we do get to 4,000, I will be doing a special thing to celebrate that, because it shows that there's progression. The channel is slowly but surely getting to the long-term goal that I have for the channel. But you know, we're doing well. This year has been very positive in terms of the support and the growth. Of course, I haven't had the chance to do as much as I wanted to do on the channel because of circumstances, but we move. But can you help us make our subscriber goal of 4,000 today? It's not impossible. As I said, we're 7 away. But let me see what Tobago has to say about the question that I asked him prior. So he's saying, got the lineup wrong. I didn't expect Mark Cucurella, Joe Pedro, and Reece. Yeah, I mean, I was expecting that Tyke George probably would start, probably as a false 9, but I was thinking Liam Delap would also be there. I expected Essevo to start. I didn't expect to see Romeo Lavia and Andre Santos starting together. And I didn't expect Malo Gusto to start because, of course, Reece James played against Tottenham. So, you know, if you put 2 and 2 together, you'd expect that, okay, rotation's going to happen. And I expected Jorgensen to start because Qarabag is a team where, on paper, we should be able to trust Philip Jorgensen or, you know, the nomad goalkeeper or European goalkeeper, of course. So, yeah, I can understand. I didn't expect Marco Correa to start as well. I expected Hato to be the one that would have been played there, and of course something else. But of course, you know that there's a situation surrounding our centre back with the Fofana, which I'm not going to go into the entire details of, but there is something going on with him. So I'm not surprised that he's not starting, or he's not even starting the match. But thank you for tuning in. As I said, Tobago, I really appreciate the support. And don't forget, you can always trigger that command that Nightbot has for you to get people to go subscribe to your channel. You're making good progress over there, Tobago, so of course you can do that. SK same, probably gonna see the lab for about 30 minutes. That's true, it's possible, and I mean match fitness and getting him to that match fitness also is very important. So of course I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Score predictions from you guys. Yeah, I mean, well, I don't think he will get a red card, but at the same time, I'm not surprised that he did. Big up to you, Ijaz Magal. Thank you so much for tuning in. I haven't seen you in a while, so thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you showing up here. You were the winner for the first Chelsea shirt giveaway that we did. Of course, I'm trying to finalize the everything, so bear with me. I haven't forgotten, and I'm not going to forget to get the shirts to you. It's just a matter of, you know, right now the logistics, working out the whole shipping, all that. So bear with me. I will get the shirts to you. I'm hoping that I'll get it to you before the end of December, but we'll see what happens. I will speak to you privately about that aspect as well. But let's see what's being said here, because the chat is slightly getting more active, which I'm loving. I'm happy that more people are tuning in as we get closer to kickoff. So SK is saying defense is allergic to clean sheets. Yeah, I mean that centre back pairing is not one that I've seen before, so I'm not sure what rewards it will be able to reap. But Hato and Tosin, very good players on paper, but of course, let's see what happens here. You also did say that your score prediction, SK, is Chelsea to win 3-1. And of course, Tobago also shared that same sentiment. He says Qarabag 1, Chelsea 3. How about you, Ijaz Magal? What is your score prediction? Let me know what you think will be the final score. I would love to hear from you as well. Let me know what you think about what the match final result will be. So we're about 28 minutes away from the match kicking off. I'm still trying to finalize a stream that I can watch the match, because it's not available for free in my country. But I'm going to share this press conference that Andre Santos would have had for Chelsea. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna just let you guys be able to see this right here. The presser that Andres Santos would have had yesterday. So let me put this in full screen and I'll shut up and allow you guys to be able to see this. So I'll be right back.
Hi, Andrew.
Hi.
Just want to sort of get your thoughts on how you're adapting back into English football and your memories of your sort of difficulties at Nottingham Forest. You seem to have responded great since then in the last couple of years.
Yeah, so I'm very happy to be here in Chelsea in the Premier League. So you know that big competition for me is the most hard in the world. So hard to play the Premier League, and I'm so happy to come back here and with my adaptation in the Premier League.
How as a new signing though, how difficult was it at Nottingham Forest when you obviously wanted to make a big impact on loan and you weren't being picked? Was it a difficult time for you? And how helpful were Chelsea in that period?
Yeah, I think for sure, right? So I was there in Forest when I was 18, I think, or 19 years old, so too young. And now I feel that I'm more ready to play the Premier League.
Okay. Anybody else in the room? Kieran?
Andrew, am I right in thinking you speak 4 languages? I mean, does that help when you're within a squad like Chelsea's, because you can mix with the English guys? If the French lads are having their own chat, you can go over there. You can help Esteban settle in. How much does that help you when you're in a squad like this?
So I think it's so important to speak a lot of language because it's good for my communication in the dressing room with my teammates. So yeah, I speak French, I speak English, I speak Portuguese of course, and Spanish too. So it's important to help with each other with like Esteban. Sometimes I have to translate something for him to him, and I think it's so important for me and for the other players too.
I mean, you're only 21 yourself, but you seem to have put an arm around Esteban. Do you kind of feel that protection?
Yeah, for sure, because I arrived here young like Esteban. I know to be here in the Premier with 18 years old, and I try helping him maximum I can.
Go to Gary.
I was wondering whether you thought you could be an example to other youngsters trying to get into the Chelsea first team of having good loan spells and not so good loan spells, but keeping to improve and making the best of the chances you're eventually given, and then coming back and carrying on the progress. Do you ever get asked by any of the other youngsters about how it's done and how you managed to achieve what you achieved?
So I think this is a process. So personally, I think it's my process. So Steven has another process. So he come to Brazil, he adapts perfect, and now he plays. So for me, a little bit different. I was in Forest and then Strasbourg, and now I'm here. So I think it's a process.
But do you advise anyone, maybe at the academy or something like that, or youngsters that's coming into the club, never to give up, to keep fighting?
Yeah, for sure. I think we have to keep fighting because it's our dream, dream of our family too, and you have to keep fighting always.
Yeah, go to Jack.
You spoke about sort of looking after Esteban, you and João Pedro, I think, look after him a fair bit. What does that look like? Is it just at the training ground, or is it away from the training ground, seeing each other, at home or out and about?
So we always together around in the training ground and the outside too. So I think our relationship is perfect because we always go to the national team together. So we did a lot of things together. So I think it's important to go on the pitch with this relationship.
There's been a lot of talk about Moises Caicedo's level after his performance at the weekend. Robert Sanchez said he's the best in his position in the world. I just wondered for you as a midfielder, someone that I suppose would have grown up watching players like Casemiro, played alongside him as well. What's it like to play with Moises, and how good you think?
So I'm so happy to play with Moi. For me, Moi is incredible. So since when I arrived here, he always told me to keep training hard, keep improving that, and I did. And now I'm so happy to see Moi improve. So he's amazing, and I'm so happy to train with him and play with him too.
Okay, last couple in the room. We'll go Sam and finish with Martin.
Hi, Andre. You enjoyed a really productive loan spell at Strasbourg. Just talk to me about the sort of lessons you learned and the influence of Liam Rossigna.
So Liam, so I love my ex-coach. So he's amazing. It's hard to say about Liam because since when I joined Strasbourg, so he helped me a lot. So and I improved a lot with him. So in the last week I sent message to him because I always watch the game of Strasbourg, and I say to my new baby's coming, and he said to me congratulations, and I'm so happy for you. So I think our relationship is perfect.
And we'll go to Martin.
Just a quick one, Andre. You've done a lot of travelling going back to Brazil and all over Europe and everything. Just from a player's point of view, how do you look at a trip like this? You're still here, the game's only 29 hours away, and they're kind of back at 6 o'clock in the morning on Thursday to ready to play again on a Saturday. What are the stresses and strains? But because you're young, do you just do it?
Yeah, so of course it's hard to when we have the national team to come back to Brazil, and some players to Argentina, some players to to Ecuador, but I think it's our dream, representation of our country. So every day we work hard here in Chelsea to be there in the national team, and to have to enjoy in these moments.
Okay, we'll now go to the people online, and we'll start with Nizar Kinsella.
Hi, Andre. I wanted to ask you more about Strasbourg. Chelsea and Strasbourg have a connection, and you were the first player to kind of do that step. Do you think this is a great step for young players, in the future, that there'll be many more great young players who sign for Chelsea, maybe go to Strasbourg, and then they can maybe be good enough to play for Chelsea after?
Yeah, of course. So I'm so happy to be the first one. But in this season we have a lot of players quality in Strasbourg. So like Mamadou Sarr, so Mike Penders, and Emega now. I think it's so important for us this both club, because when I was there in Strasbourg, the people from Chelsea always send message, how are you? So you are so good here. So I think a relationship with Chelsea and Strasbourg, and to be confident when we arrive here.
Okay, anyone else online that would like to ask a question? Yeah, go on, Nizar, one more.
Yeah, Andre, I also wanted to ask you, how do you see yourself as a midfielder? Do you see yourself more like Moises Caicedo type, or more like an Enzo Fernandez type? Because we've seen you play in both positions very well. So which kind of midfielder are you?
This is a hard question because when I was young, I always play like a 6, but here in the Premier, it's a little bit different. But I can play in both positions, 6 or 8. I think the most important is help Chelsea and help the coach and my teammates too. So if the coach put me to play like a 6, I will do my better. And if he wants that I play like a 8, I will do my better too.
Okay, we'll end it there. Thank you, everybody.
Brilliant. Oh, thank you. Good
Thank you.
All right, so you guys heard it there. You heard from Andre Santos, who I must say he's very articulate and he speaks very well. And you know, as a Brazilian native, his English is very good. So it shows that you know his English has had a massive improvement. So that's a very good thing. And I see Ijaz has said that it's a very good speech. Yeah, he spoke well. But before I mention this statistic that is on the screen, I just wanted to speak about that last question that he received, which of course was asking him how he sees himself as a midfielder. Does he see himself more like Caicedo, or if he sees himself more as a Enzo Fernandez profile of a midfielder? So I found it interesting, and you know, as he would have said before he joined Chelsea, he was at Vasco da Gama, he actually played as a 6. So when I hear Chelsea fans say that he can't play as a 6, or he can't be the deeper of the midfielders that play within that midfield, I'm saying that you guys did not watch him in Brazil, because if you did, you would have recognized the fact that he was that player that would control the tempo. He was the 6. He was the deep line playmaker. He would be the one that sets the play. He'd be a box-to-box ball in the midfielder as well. And of course, when he went, of course, you know, on loan in the Premier League, he played briefly in that sort of role. Then he went to Strasbourg. He played a very vital role in Strasbourg's midfield, and you can see that they've had a massive, you know, time to have to adapt, and they've had a massive task of having to adapt and adjust to his absence now. But you can see that he can play there, and you know, I think he gave a very safe response, because of course, if the manager says that he should play this role and you want to play, you're not going to complain. You're going to try to do your best in that role, and fair enough, that's what he said. So with that being said, we're about 50 minutes away from kickoff. I'm going to use that last 15 minutes before the game kicks off to speak about some head-to-head stuff, some statistics that have been shared from UEFA.com alongside FootMob as well. So we're getting close to kickoff. We're about 10 minutes away from the 1 hour mark of the stream as well. But let's go into speaking about what Chelsea stats are shared here via UEFA.com. So we have Chelsea are 1 goal away from registering the 350th in the UEFA Champions League. Qualifiers are included as well. So 350 goals. Can you imagine? That is incredible. That is a massive achievement, and surely you'd think that we'll be able to surpass that sort of goal and perhaps get to at least 351, or definitely get to 350. We're 1 goal away. If you get a goal, we complete that achievement of registering 350 goals in the Champions League. So it really shows that, you know, Chelsea are filled with a lot of positive statistics. So that is just one thing I wanted to share. I'm going to go over to FootMob now and share this. So bear with me. But as I said, let me know what you guys think about what Andre Santos has had to say. Do you agree with him? Do you think that, you know, he's being utilized the right way, or do you think that it doesn't matter how he's utilized as long as he gets to play? Let me know what you have to think. I think there's only one person watching right now, and Ijaz is that person. Let's see what is going to be said here. So let me see if I can zoom this in a bit so you guys can see what's here as well. So, all right. So the question is being asked, who will win? I'm going to scroll down here. This is what happens when you're using things like this. So it says preview. So Chelsea wrap up their earmark with long trip to Qarabag. So Chelsea, of course, made a 2,979-mile journey from London to Azerbaijani, the capital of Baku, to face Qarabag in the Champions League on Wednesday, which will be today, hoping to win their 3rd consecutive game in Europe's elite club competition. So, of course, we know that this would be the 3rd match that they, of course, get to take part in and try to win. Of course, we know that we got to win against Benfica. We defeated Ajax 5-1. That was a very good goal-scoring match. And, of course, now there is Qarabag in their backyard that we're going to be hoping we can get the better off to make it 3 wins in a consecutive game in the Champions League. So that is just one key aspect. So the top scorers, which is not a good look, is it? Is actually, it says Cole Palmer, and I think that's due to alphabetical reasons. This says Andrade for Qarabag is their top goal scorer, 2 goals, and 1 goal for Chelsea makes Cole Palmer the top goal scorer. I think it's alphabetical because of course we know that other players would have scored in Cole Palmer's absence. So I think alphabetically that is why he's still the top goal scorer. XG, which is something subjective, is 0.58 for Qarabag and 0.27 for Chelsea so far this season. Well, I beg your pardon, for Cole Palmer and Andrade respectively, that is their XG, and assists 0 for both, and 3 matches were played. And of course, Cole Palmer, who should be making his long-awaited return to the Chelsea starting 11 or to the squad, had only played 1 match in the Champions League so far due to the injury that he picked up as so. Yeah, to people watching right now, it just is saying that we need that. I'm assuming that means that we need that. So yeah, according to Maresca, he should be returning later this month. So let's see what happens there. So I mentioned this earlier in the stream, but for persons joining now, this is a very key insight here. So Chelsea have won their previous 2 matches against Qarabag FK. I'm going to go into deeper details as to how that head-to-head thing goes. So team form right now, you can see that for the last match that both teams played, they won in their respective leagues. The match before that, however, Qarabag were led to a 0-0 draw, whilst Chelsea had won their match in the Premier League 4-3. Well, not in the Premier League, I beg your pardon. In the League Cup, the domestic cup, they won 4-3 against Wolves. They will be playing Wolves on the weekend again. Wolves, of course, sacked the manager, and they're in search of a new one. However, this is where another similarity comes in, as both teams suffered a loss in the match prior to those 2 most recent matches. So this match for Qarabag, however, took place in the Champions League. This defeat for them took place in the Champions League, and it was a defeat by Athletic Club or Athletic Bilbao, while Chelsea lost 2-1 to Sunderland. And of course, we see that both teams prior to that have also won their matches there as well. So you can see that on Qarabag's side, they've won the 3 out of the 5 matches, while Chelsea have won 4 out of their 5 matches with only 1 defeat, and of course 2 of those matches that of course Qarabag weren't able to win. With one was of course that draw, and the one before that was the loss that they suffered. So we're about 10 minutes away from kickoff. I'm going to just quickly take the time to do this head-to-head search so that you guys can see what the 2 previous matches looks like for them. So 2 wins, 0 draws, 0 wins for Qarabag. So as I mentioned before, 2017, both matches actually took place in 2017, and you can see that this is massive actually, because on both occasions Chelsea won by a very comfortable scoreline. Of course, the one that they played at Qarabag FK's stadium ended 4-0. So hopefully we can see some more of the same, approximately 8 years or 7 years and a few weeks away from it being exactly 8 years ago. 4-0 win or a 0-4 win or a 4-0 win to Chelsea. And of course, in September at Stamford Bridge, at that time in 2017, September 12th, they were able to win 6-0 against Qarabag FK. So of course, on paper and on head-to-head, they have the advantage because they've had good results against them when they, of course, faced them under the likes of Antonio Conte back then, when Chelsea would have had him as their manager. So that's just something I wanted to share with you guys. I don't think there's any other head-to-head there because, of course, they've only had 2 previous encounters in the past. So we're about 8 minutes, or 7 minutes and 30 something seconds. You can time going down before the match kicks off. I'm going to try to ensure that I do have my thing here up so that when the match kicks off, I will be aware of when the match is having goals being scored or anything in between. So we'll go back to the chat to see if there's anything else here. Yeah, and of course, this is a quick thing that I want to mention. Check out the latest video on Josh Achingpong. Of course, the latest long form video was a player analysis, player profile video that I did on Josh Achingpong, the young English but gone on descent centre back for Chelsea, who can also play as a right back. And how I see him being so similar to Brazilian legend in Lucio. So if you wanna check that video out and you haven't seen it already, please do so. I really appreciate the support as you're trying to get the views up on that video, because I think it's a video, and I don't usually toot my own horn, but I think it's a very in-depth video, and I think it gives you something to think about where Josh Achingpong's career could go if injuries don't hamper or halt or obstruct his progression even further. So if you haven't seen that video, you can take the time to watch it. It's around 6 minutes long, so if you go watch it right now and return here, you will be able to be back just in time to see the match kick off. It's a very concise, very detailed video at the same time. So if you haven't already checked it out, as you're approximately less than a minute away from that 1 hour mark. So I want to thank you so much, Ijaz, Tobago, who was here, the Coolest Shows podcast, and SKFC, who were here prior, showing support, dropping a like, and ensuring some level of help in pushing the algorithms notification that we're doing a stream and that people who may be interested can, of course, tune in here. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. As I said before, we can get more likes. I've seen that there's 7 votes on it. One person that came here, I'm assuming is a neutral fan or a rival fan, did say that they see, Chelsea gets an upset here. So we'll see if that ends up happening. But yeah, I mean, we have to just wait and see what happens. We'll see what happens there. So yeah, and we've officially hit that 1 hour mark. I'm going to just quickly ensure that everything's set up and ready for me to be ready when I need to. So I'm going to just quickly remove this and bring this up for you guys to see as well. I did not realize that I have the courtesy of Chelsea official, which I think I'm just going to remove that. This is the thumbnail, as you guys are aware. Let's see what will happen in terms of the support as we're 5 minutes away from kickoff. So I'm going to give my score prediction now. I've seen the score predictions of Ijaz, Tobago, and of course, I've also seen SK's one. So Ijaz, please correct me if I'm wrong. You did say that you see us winning 4-1 or 4-0. I think it's either 4-1 or 4-0. I can't remember exactly what you said. But I think you said 4-1. So let's see. Yeah, it's 4-1. You said 4-1. So 2 people watching now, please up a like if you haven't already. Show some support. And of course, we have we're trying to get some support for persons who, sadly lost their home. In Jamaica, I have a family member, especially within the western part of the island, I should say, that lost her home. She lost everything. So I'm trying to see if I can get some support here by using the platform that I have on YouTube and the support that I have on YouTube as well, to see if I can get even the smallest of support for her alongside the GoFundMe that she, of course, perhaps will be benefiting from other family members as well. So Nightbot said, also, if we do receive 10 super chat donations in this stream, we'll be doing another Chelsea kit giveaway, as I mentioned earlier, for people tuning in now. Ijaz Magal, or Moghal, I should say. I apologize for butchering your name. He won the first Chelsea kit giveaway that we did. It was after the match, the Chelsea Legends versus Liverpool Legends match that took place and got massive support. I did not expect the stream to get that amount of support, but it did. But yeah, so we're going to be doing another kit giveaway. If we get 10 super chat donations in the stream, if we also get to 4,000, down the line, I'll also do another kit giveaway to celebrate that. But we're trying to get to 4,000. We are approximately still 7 away from 4,000. So we're getting there slowly but surely. So if we get to that goal today, definitely I'll be doing that giveaway in quick succession. So the anthem is taking place now. The match is about to kick off. So let's see what's gonna happen now. As the match will kick off in about 1 minute and 40 to 30 seconds. So I'm just ensuring that my stream is ready and up for me to be able to, watch the match and not just be here pretending that I'm watching the match when I'm not. So I'm just trying to confirm that. So 2 people watching, let me know what you guys think. And for the other person, not sure who that is, if you haven't dropped a like, if you haven't subscribed, do subscribe to the channel. And you're looking at the lineup. I'm not doing a good job at being a very good host here. I can get the lineup up for you here as well. I'm trying to see if I can get this thing set up. I'm not on camera as well. I just realized that. But we move. I want to see what I can do here. So to be saying, let's go. Let's go. Come on, Chelsea. We can do this. And as I said, nothing less than a win is acceptable because we need to win this match to stand a real chance of qualifying through the top 8 aspect and not have to go through qualification round where to get to that last 16. So we're currently sitting in the bottom half of not the bottom half. We're sitting 10th or 11th, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, of the table. Of course, there's some teams that played yesterday. A massive match between Bayern Munich and PSG took place. Real Madrid versus Liverpool ended up positively for Chelsea. For Liverpool, I beg your pardon. I don't know what I'm talking about. But Chelsea's match has kicked off now. So let's see what's going to happen here. I'm very much excited to see what will happen. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And my stream is thankfully working well. But as I said, thank you guys so much for doing it. So it's a very good team. I like the camera angles. I like everything that they're doing correctly. But I'm going to try to see if I can put myself back on camera and if I can also get the play-by-play thing to work, because it's not working despite my best efforts. If it doesn't work, I'll just simply use this right here to, get it to display it better. But the match has kicked off. The match has started. And the referee, of course, sets the timer on his watch for 45 minutes. And he blew the whistle. I'm going to be about 30 seconds behind as we see Chelsea kicks off the match in their white, red, and green stripe away kits. Chelsea are getting off to a very quick start here, not wasting any time here, trying to get that early goal, try to get themselves a comfortable lead. Very early on, the ball goes back to Sanchez, over to Tosin Adebayo, who makes a pass into Qarabag's half, but it was well deflected and intercepted by Qarabag. Chelsea get back the ball here. We have Romeo Lavia, who gives the ball over to Hato. Hato gives the ball to Kukurea. Gittins, the number 11 here, trying to get beyond the Qarabag defender here in Silva. And yeah, Chelsea are doing well so far in this early aspect. 1 minute and 4 seconds have gone already on my end. I'm waiting to see what will happen here. Okay, so the play-by-play screen is finally up and ready for me to be able to display what I want to display for you guys to be able to see what's going on. So I'm going to share the screen now of that play-by-play screen. Maresca here just in his Bing X sponsored sweat shirt, or I should say jacket. But yeah, Chelsea have the ball back here, forced to give it back to Robert Sanchez. Qarabag are pressuring here, and Sanchez had a very nerve-wracking moment there. A good pass here to make it Tarek George, but it's intercepted by the number 81 here for Qarabag. Qarabag are now on the attack here. Qarabag are actually going head-to-head with Chelsea, not shying away and not playing very deep. They're still going at Chelsea, trying to play a very high line, and it's commendable from them. They're showing that they're not going to be intimidated by the world champions. And the ball goes back to Qarabag's goalkeeper here. They're trying to play from the back here. A lot of pressure here in the early minutes by Tarek George, number 32. Of course, we see the likes of Esteval William on that right-hand side. A lot of pressure here. Chelsea are not giving Qarabag much space to breathe here. One back here. João Pedro trying to fight for the ball here. The referee blows a whistle for a free kick that has been awarded. And now we see a tackle here. Medina, the number 81 here, gets the ball down for his teammate. Tosin Alabayero is here, and the ball's cleared out by Robert Sanchez, who leaves nothing to chat. Lovely performance so far from Chelsea, if I must admit that. I'm trying to get this play-by-play thing to work now so I can show you guys what's going on for persons who mean I'm going to change this from the thumbnail and show you this instead. All right, so this is the, if I'm not mistaken, the play-by-play. Okay, this is the wrong tab. I know what's going on here. I'm showing the wrong tab. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop sharing and then share again. I don't know what's going on. Right, I'm gonna put myself back on screen for the meantime. Chelsea on the attack here. All right, so I'm back on the screen. 3 people watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate the support. Do drop a like. Do subscribe if you haven't already. As we know, the match has kicked off, and we're approximately 4 minutes into the first half. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate the support. Do push the stream by liking and subscribing, and also leave a comment, because that will let the algorithm know that people are actually enjoying the stream and they actually like what they're seeing so far. And of course, I'm also looking for any suggestion. Unfortunately, Romeo Lavia is down, and that is not looking good for Chelsea. As we know, the young Belgian midfielder has had injury issues for quite some time, so we're hoping that he is going to be okay. But there's been a break in play, as you guys can see. Not looking good here. It's not looking good at all for Romeo Lavia. He's just come back here. He's had to take a walk off the pitch now, and play has resumed here. Sadly, Romeo Lavia has had to come off. It's disappointing. Man, he's had such bad luck. I don't know what's going on, and it's gutting. Very, very gutting. Right, so back here. And Santos here with the ball. Right, Chelsea are forced back here. Hato. Adebayo. Back to Hato. Back to Tosin. Tosin trying to find space here, but the pressure that is being applied by Qarabag forces him to give the ball back to Robert Sanchez. And of course, as I said before, Qarabag are showing that they're not going to be intimidated by the world champions. But the question that I have to ask, is it time to give up on Romeo Lavia? That is a question that I want to ask. Is it time to give up on Romeo Lavia? He's not able to see It was the same thing with Reece James. A lot of people were asking if we should give up on Reece James because he was getting injured a lot. But it's gutting. He's a very promising midfielder, but I always say the best ability is availability. And if you can't remain available, then it makes no sense that you are, at Chelsea. We can't be insensitive. We have to understand that a lot of players do get injured a lot, and he has not gotten the chance to really be utilized in a way that's healthy before joining Chelsea. So of course, everything that is happening to him now is as a result of poor usage at the likes of Southampton. But is it the question I have to ask you? Is it time for us to give up on Lavia? Number 25 is coming on. I don't know who the hell you're saying number 25 for. Like, we don't know that number 25 is Moises Caicedo. I don't know why you're saying number 25. Isn't Moises Caicedo number 25? But yes. Moises Caicedo is coming on. I don't think that was the plan for Caicedo. I think the best thing was to, and what the manager would have wanted to do, was to bring on Moises Caicedo in that second half, probably for 30 minutes. But Caicedo has come on, and sadly, the game is over for Romeo Lavia, who sadly had to come off the pitch. It's gutting, feel bad for the player, but as I said, my question is it time for us to give up on him? That is the big question here. It's gutting, as I said, it really is gutting, because I think he's a very good player. I like Romeo Lavia as a player, very good midfielder, but he's just never able to stay fit. A good chance here, wasted here, goal kick. Mark Cucurella trying his utmost best here. 8 minutes have gone, no goals yet as we approach the 9th minute. João Pedro dispossessed here by Janokovic. Ball goes back to Mustafa Sada, the goalkeeper. Ball given to Pedro Bicalho. Mustafa Sada, the goalkeeper, gets the ball back, gives the ball back to Kolchowski. Jakonovic has to drop deep here. Mustafa Sada. Matteo Silva gets the ball now. He's trying to get up the pitch. Jamie Gittins dispossesses him, however. Chelsea, this is a very physical match so far. Free kick here for Qarabag. Kade Borges doesn't waste any time here, and he gives the ball straight over there as Chelsea tried to defend here. So they're on the attack here. A pass here on the left-hand side. Reece James able to clear the ball, but not too far. Reece James is forced to give the ball to Tosin Adebayo, who is forced to give the ball away due to the pressure. Jankovic here. Chelsea are having to defend well here. It's end-to-end football at the moment. Mark Cucurella recovers the ball well. Goal kick here. Chelsea had a chance to score here, but failed miserably at doing so. So goal kick to Qarabag. Very interesting match so far in terms of from a neutral perspective. No team has dominated per se, but of course Chelsea have had the better chances of trying to score goals, and they've not taken them just yet. A little layoff here, poor week that pass. Qarabag trying to get back the ball here. Chelsea on their counter attack here. And Jimmy Gittings was, of course, the player that had the chance to score, but unfortunately was not able to get the job done. Oh, unfortunate. Goal kick for Chelsea. Right, Chelsea still trying to get a goal here. Gerald Hutch to me it's not looking good for the players so far, man. Up to the gutting. He's having a daunting task here, trying to do well so far for Chelsea. There could have been a penalty given away, but Chelsea get away there. Chelsea get lucky. Chelsea get lucky there. Had to made an error, but Chelsea will not complain as it's still a chance for them to progress and move on beyond that. Qarabag on the attack here, trying to get down, trying to get the goal here. Oh, defended well. Chelsea back on the counter attack here. It's about William, Ja Pedro, Marco Culea. Had to, I beg your pardon, Caicedo, Tosin Adebayo. Rojato. Joao Pedro, lovely pass here to Esteban William. Esteban continues his run. And Esteban scores. Chelsea won. Chelsea have scored here. Esteban William, the difference maker. Esteban William is a different breed. Chelsea have scored through Esteban William. Beautiful goal here. The number 41 scores in the 15. Well, not 15 per se, but the 16th, 17th minutes of the match. And it's Chelsea 1, Qarabag 0, or should I say Qarabag 0, Chelsea 1. Unlucky from a Qarabag perspective, but lovely footwork, lovely way to get the ball around Qarabag's defense, and a beautiful calm finish by Esteban, who gets his second goal in 4 matches in the Champions League. Fair play and very good as we kick off. Again, Qarabag will now have a daunting task to try to come back here. Let's see what happens here. But that's a very neat finish from Esteban William here. Did well there, did well to skin the player there. Beautiful, 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 beautiful goal. Yeah, Tobago, second goal in 4 Champions League matches. Maresca Caicedo with a tackle here, right in front of the referee as well. But also, Andres Santos was slapped in the face there. Oh, no, okay, he wasn't slapped in the face. He actually fainted. There was a coming together, but he didn't get hit in the face. Wow, come on, Andres Santos, man. I'd expect that from anybody else, but not you. Come on. That's not a foul, man. Come on, that's body contact. Goal kick here. Qarabag had a chance here. Robert Sanchez giving the ball right away. Here, got lucky. Well, I'm not sure about the penalty. There was a penalty cry, but nothing came out of it. But no, yeah, but yeah, Chelsea scored. Esteban Williams scored. Once more, I'm saying if we receive 10 super chat donations in this stream, we'll be doing a Chelsea kit giveaway. So if that happens, we will be doing the kit giveaway. So let's see if that happens. And of course, as I said as well, we're trying to get to 4,000. We're 7 subscribers away from that achievement. So let's see what will happen. Will we get to the 4K today? It'll be interesting. Gittins gets beyond Qarabag here. Head up. Well, that's well taken down by Reece James, who gives the ball back to Maresca Caicedo. Maresca Caicedo having a shaky moment here, but he's able to weather the storm. Hato over to Gittins. Gittins has to give the ball back to Hato. No space, no passing lane available. Tosin Adebayo, space open up there, beautifully worked here. Andrea Santos finds the likes of Esteval William on the left, on the right hand side, I should say, who makes a pass back to Reece James. Reece James coming up here, a good cross in, defended well. However, all right, so now my stream is buffering. I don't know what's going on, man. This is frustrating. It keeps buffering. I don't know what's going on. As I said, it just I made a compromise already. I was only supposed to do that shirt giveaway if we got to 4,000 that day, but because of the massive support that stream got, I said, you know what, the least I could do is to do the giveaway, and he won it. But no, there's not going to be any more until I get to 4K. If I don't get to 4K subscribers, then I will not do the giveaway. Or if we don't get that 10 donations in the stream, not doing the giveaway. Because at the end of the day, I can't be losing and other people are winning. I mean, it's not good. We both need to be winning at the end of the day. So no, there won't be any compromises. Not if one person subscribes or if one person donates. It has to be that we get 10 or we get to 4K. I would say getting the 4K subscribers is easier than getting the 10 donations, because not anybody's just going to donate. Realistically, the channel is not that big yet, so it's not going to have massive support like that. And the number of views right now really does show you that the support isn't there yet. And that's okay. I'm used to it. I don't really do watch-alongs for the men's team because I know that the support just simply isn't there. The women's team is what I'm all about doing watch-alongs for, because the matches are even more enticing there. But at the same time, I understand that, you know, a lot of people are doing streams for the men's Champions League watch-along. So that is why I go to the market where there's not much watch-alongs, or people can't get to watch it. They'll come to watch my watch-along for the women's team. So I'm going to be doing one, you know, for the women's team. They're going to be playing on Saturday at approximately 12 p.m. UK time. So if I'm not mistaken, the match does begin at 10 p.m. UK, at 12 p.m. UK time. I'm going to just do this to confirmation because I don't want to be giving wrong information. But the next match they have is on the 8th of November. And yeah, it is and it's a London derby. Arsenal women versus Chelsea women. Very fascinating match that's upcoming for the Chelsea women's team. A win here would give them some cushion as well, as City are just 1 point behind them. But this is the men's team aspect. But yeah, going to be doing a watch along again for the women's team on Saturday. So let's see what happens there. But focusing on the men's team right now, they're leading 1-0. Let's see if they'll be able to get any further goals here today. And of course, we've now officially completed that achievement. That's goal. We've now gotten that one goal, so we've now scored 350 goals in the Champions League, with Esteval being the 350th goal scorer of the in the Champions League for Chelsea over the history of Chelsea playing in the Alrighty. Let's see what's gonna happen here. All right, Chelsea trying to get another goal here. Oh, Qarabag have scored. It's now 1-1. Oh my days. Oh my days. What a match. Qarabag, as I said, Qarabag were not shying away. They did not let their heads drop after conceding. And you have to respect an effort like that. Absolutely fantastic. Fantastic goal from them. That is absolutely mad. Wow. Wow. I'm a Chelsea fan and I'm disappointed we conceded. But what a mighty strike that was. Oh my days. What a goal. That was an incredible goal. Sanchez had no chance of stopping that. Wow. Oh my days. What a goal. What a goal that is. Oh my days. Leonardo and Gerardi, the top goal scorer for them. Beautiful over the top pass. Poor mistake there by Hato. Tried to win the ball back. And beautifully done. Oh, unlucky, man. Unlucky. Sanchez tried his best there, but he could do absolutely nothing. Had to make that poor mistake there. Toasting got sent into no man's land. Reece James could also not do anything there. But it's now Chelsea. I beg your pardon. Qarabag won, Chelsea won. So it's now back to level pegging. What's going to happen for the rest of the match? Well, we see an upset happening. A lot of people say that they would see an upset for Chelsea, but will that be the case? Number 20 in the 29th minute, it's now level. Oh my days. 30 minutes after conceding, Qarabag, who never gave up, came back very quickly to get that goal. Fantastic work from them, but absolutely gutting from a Chelsea fan perspective. Wow. Wasn't expecting that, but oh my gosh. That was quick, man. Wasn't expecting that. A substitution here, number 10 for them comes off. I beg your pardon, number 20, Caddy comes off for them. For number 11, Ade. The stream will end as soon as the final whistle is blown. So around approximately, okay, I would say around, we have about an hour and 20 minutes left of this stream. So I think we're going to be streaming for at least an hour more. Taking into account added time, depending on what happens. There haven't been much stoppages in this first half, so I wouldn't expect much stoppage time, but we're going to be here for at least another hour. So let's see. My stream is acting up now. I don't know what's going on, but my stream keeps glitching out. All right, so we're now six away. We're 6 subscribers away from 4,000. Absolutely fantastic. We're getting there slowly but surely. It could be done today, as I said. The support on the stream has not gone the way I was hoping it would. Nevertheless, can't complain. 40 views is still anything. Some people aren't even able to get more than 5 views, so I'm not going to complain. But I'm disappointed. I was hoping we get a bit more support, but as I said, a lot of people are doing watch-along streams, and they're bigger content creators as well. So in a realm like this where my channel is smaller than theirs, of course I'm going to be second fiddle and second option to them. So that is why on Saturday, I need to check if Chelsea are playing on Saturday or they're playing on Sunday. I don't even know if the men's team are also going to be playing on Saturday, because if they're going to be playing on Saturday, I'm still doing a women's match. But if it's going to be a clash, then I may be able to keep my eyes on both matches. But let's see. When is Chelsea men's team playing? Be interesting to see. Okay, so of course they're playing now. It's 1-1. Okay, they're playing on Saturday. Oh, it's a very late match. Okay, so both matches are on Saturday, and I have enough time to breathe in between. So if I wake up very early, because the match will be very early on my time, I'll be able to get a bit of rest before the Wolves match. That will be at 8 p.m. UK time. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So you can see my face and we can talk. I'm sorry, I'm not getting what you're saying, Judge. I don't know if part of your message got cut off. All I heard was so you can see my face. I'm not sure what you mean exactly there. Not following. But yeah, my stream is completely frozen now. What I'm trying to use to watch the match. So sadly, I'm gonna have to find another alternative to be able to watch the match. Sadly, yeah, this is not working. As I said, it's not available in my country, so for free, I have to be using something to watch it because it's not available in Jamaica, where I'm of course located. So I can only look at the play-by-play screen at the moment. I can't see the match. Trying to start old Tarek George here dispossessed is João Pedro. Matteo Silva did a bit of a error thing there, and of course give the ball to João Pedro, who took the shot, but a goal kick is all that Chelsea can settle for. So the win probability, there's a 39% win probability for Chelsea to win. 35% believe that Qarabag will win. So that's interesting. And 26 believe that there'll be a draw. So fascinating. I wasn't expecting to see that. But of course, as I said, Qarabag is not a small team per se in terms of overall. They're a small team in comparison to teams like the European elites, the top 5 or top flight leagues in Europe, but they're not a bad team. They're the champions in their respective leagues. So of course we can't underestimate them, and they're doing quite well in this match. So keep Chelsea at bay. They conceded, unfortunate goal to concede, but the same could be said for Chelsea. They conceded a very unfortunate goal as well. But yeah, I'm trying to see if I can get to find a way to watch the match. Unfortunately, my efforts have been in vain because I'm still not able to see the match, sadly. Bear with me, guys. I don't want to be unable to watch the match, but unfortunately, so far, I'm not able to see it. Qarabag on the attack here and a goal kick. Yeah, very shaky moment here, nervy moment here for Chelsea. Chelsea are slightly on the back foot, not completely because they've had chances, but Qarabag are the busier of the two teams right now, and Robert Sanchez the busier of the two goalkeepers at this very moment. Oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna contact you, Ijaz, on Instagram, and I'm gonna ask you for a favor for that match as well. So just bear with me. I'm gonna contact you and I'm gonna ask you for a favor when you go to that match. You'll see what I'm talking about soon. Yeah, everything I'm using is frozen right now. I don't know what's going on. Trying to watch the match and I'm not getting to see it. I'm absolutely gutted by this, honestly. Absolutely disappointed that this is the case. It's not working now. I can't watch the match in this very moment. It's gutting. it keeps freezing. I don't know if it's my network connection, but it's frozen. I can only use the play-by-play right now to see what's going on, and of course, if I use this, I can also see it, but I can't watch the match otherwise, sadly. Oh, handball for Qarabag. Oh, wow. Penalty. It's a penalty that's been awarded. Oh, my days. Wow. What's going on with Chelsea? Chelsea are collapsing now. I don't know what's going on, man. But the penalty here, Robert Sanchez. Oh, and Jakanovic. Oh, my days. It's getting from bad to worse. It is now Qarabag 2, Chelsea 1. Look at that. Look at that. A lot of people are underestimating them, man. This is what I'm said. This is what I was saying, man. You know, we can't underestimate Qarabag just because we don't know anything about them. But oh my days, it's 2-1. 39 minutes now. We're about 6 minutes away from the end of normal time. But oh my days, Chelsea are losing 2-1 to Qarabag right now. What a moment, and what a moment it is for Qarabag as well. Oh my days. A lot of persons underestimated it, and it's a very poor penalty to concede, and a very bad goal to, of course, concede. A very bad decision there. I mean, I had my reservations about the likes of Tosin and Hato play together in a line match, so I don't know why it was decided that they should start. But of course, it is what it is. I just realized that the banner that is going across the screen is also incorrect. So just bear with me. Let me just quickly fix this. I don't know why this banner even came up in the first place. Let me fix this. And I did say it's a shock incoming for Chelsea, and so far it looks like that's going to be the very case. Oh my days, I was not expecting this at all. Wasn't expecting this at all. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Oh my days. Oh my days. But it's like I said though, I did say that don't underestimate Qarabag. You know, I said it. I said it, and they've shown why, because they're now leading 2-1. So I always say, not because you don't know a team, or not because the team, in your opinion, seems like they're not good enough, you should underestimate them, and this is being shown right now. So what do you know, man? What do you know? Shocking turn of events here. thank you to the two people who are tuning in right now. I'm currently having a problem with getting to watch the match. I don't know if it's my network. I don't know what's going on. Damn. But so many things have changed so quickly. It's not even crazy. It's not even funny, I should say. It's not even funny. But yeah, man, madness. So 3 minutes have been added on. A yellow card for Ajay Santos as well, as Qarabag have taken the lead, as we know, in the 39th minute. So absolute madness, man. But I think Maresca has something today that we cannot play Tosin and Yoel Hato together. Yeah, you did call me Jazz, but I wasn't hearing. All I heard was hello, and I was saying hello back, and I heard nothing else. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I'm also streaming, so you can't call me no. You can call me at halftime, but not no. Right, so Chelsea on the attack here, a block here by Matteo Silva. Oh, Chelsea could have scored there, man. Oh my lord, that's disappointing, man. Unlucky. They're throwing for Chelsea here. You must say this doesn't my I must say that this should surely remind you of the match against Flamengo, you know, underestimating the opponents because you don't know anything about them as such, or because they're playing what we call an inferior league. And what we've seen, and I said it for the first second from the kickoff, we could see that they were high pressing, high confidence, a very high line from Qarabag, and of course, they're showing that you shouldn't underestimate them. And I did say, you know, I do remember, you know, persons coming on and saying that, you know, it's a conference league-esque sort of match. And fine, the name itself gives you that impression because it's not a Bayern Munich, it's not a PSG or Barcelona. So you're going to underestimate. But it's now halftime. Halftime, Qarabag 2, Chelsea 1. Absolute madness at the moment. I'm going to quickly just show this. So there's 2 goals, of course, from Qarabag, 3 goals in total, with 1 goal being from Chelsea, 37.6% possession. I'm going to just quickly try to rejoin on my other device so I can quickly show you guys the statistics of what I'm seeing, because, man, I'm absolutely dumbfounded by the fact that this experiment from Chelsea is doing bad. Okay, Ijaz, you say you're going to call me. Are you calling so that you can give your thoughts, or are you calling otherwise? I want to know, because if you're calling to give your thoughts, then that's fine. I have no problem with people coming on to share their thoughts. But I want to know why you want to come on. Is it because you want to share your thoughts, or is it something else? Let me know. Let me know what's the reason behind you calling at the moment. I'm gonna share the link with some people that typically join the channel, so they can give their halftime thoughts, if they are willing to and they're available to do so. I will do just that. But yeah, man, it's absolutely incredible how so this match has really gone. I wasn't expecting that this would be the case, but that's exactly what happened. Oh, you'll be calling to share your thoughts. All right, no problem. Do that. Go ahead. No problem. I have no problem with you doing that. I just want to tell you this though. Bear in mind that you know, I don't need to spell it out. You know that you're very young, so that is going to be something that you need to be careful about. But yeah, you can call, you can share your thoughts. I'm going to share the link some other people to see if they're willing to join. But in the meantime, whilst I'm doing that, I'm going to share the statistics screen that I have here. And you guys, as you guys can see, it says that Chelsea have had more possession of the ball. However, the scoreline correctly suggests that they are on the back foot of this current Champions League affair. But as like I said, you know, people are susceptible to underestimating the opponent. So I'm not really surprised. But yeah, I mean, I did say it. I said it in the beginning of the stream. Nothing less than a win is acceptable, because we need to qualify by being the top 8 if you want to play less games. Because if you play more games, then surely it's going to be even more difficult for you to really, you know, be able to go far in the Champions League and of course balance the league and everything. So right, so I'm saying that I'm waiting to see if anybody will decide to call to join, I should say, not call in. But let's see what happens. Right, so just bear with me. Well, right, so I've sent out the link. I'm gonna see if anybody will join me. If not, then we just progress as usual. And then I'll just give my thoughts. I have no problem So somebody's gonna come on to share their thoughts. Also waiting that call from Ijaz, who said he would call in and give his thoughts on the match. We just about taking a break here. The match should resume in about 10 minutes or so, probably less now. But because we go to the rest of the rest of the statistics. So total shots 5 from Qarabag, 6 from Chelsea, 2 shots on target from Qarabag, and of course you know that they scored those 2 chances. 2 big chances they scored both. According to Footmob, they missed one of the big chances. Excuse me. Accurate passes, 114 accurate passes with 79% of that of the amount of passes that they've had being accurate. 211 from Chelsea with 88% of total passes being accurate, according to Footmob. Four fouls were committed from Qarabag and 11 from Chelsea. 2 corners from Chelsea, none for Qarabag so far in the match. And hit the woodwork. Qarabag has hit the woodwork once. It's big up to you, Tobago. I've sent a link to you. I don't know if you're here and I have noticed, but I've sent a link to you to join if you want to share your halftime thoughts in the interim. Let's see if anybody will join me for their halftime thoughts. But Tobago is saying that what a horrible first half, we just gifted them goals. Yeah, we gifted them 2 goals, man. And as I said, and this is what I asked, because I wanted to know if people were okay with the centre back pairing, because I didn't expect to see Tosin and Hato starting, because we've never seen them really play together. And for an experiment like this, don't do it against a Qarabag, because although they may be an inferior team on paper to you, they are a very possessive team. They are a very aggressive team. So don't underestimate them, and don't underestimate your opponents ever, because you don't have that luxury. You're not at the top of the world right now. You're world champions, yes, but don't underestimate them. So Tobago has joined me here. Add him on, and I'm gonna be putting this will allow us to be back in slide format. So what do you have to say, Tobago? Welcome, thank you for joining.
Yeah, man, we just give them 2 goals. I don't understand what is Hato doing there. I know, yes, people are saying that he should not be playing as a left center back, but again, we all know that he knows that role, right? So they gave him a chance to play that role today. He messed up. Like, bro, what are you doing, bro? And also another thing, right? Gittings and George, bro, they are getting opportunities. I know that they are slightly low opportunities, but again, they're getting them and they're messing up as well. So, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. Our tag is so horrible. Even Heart is horrible alone. What is that, man? I'm so disappointed. Against Qarabag, come on. That's
But yeah,
low,
I mean,
man. If maybe you're playing, go ahead.
no, continue. I'll see what I want to say after.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's low against Qarabag. It was maybe like Benfica. I would say, okay, it's fine. But Qarabag, come on.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing, because KFC was saying, and I'm not calling him out or anything. No. But he did mention something that a lot of Chelsea fans, particularly, have been hearing say, which is it's a Conference League level of match or game, so it doesn't really matter, or he's not tripping about it because of that. But I mean, Qarabag, this is where a lot of fans of the top flight leagues fall short, because they think from a point of view of, okay, because we don't know this team. That is, I would like to think that is when you should be afraid to underestimate a team, because you don't know anything about them. Yes, we faced them twice in the past in 2017 and we won, but that's years ago. It doesn't matter what happened years ago. And they're a team that are top of their league, and you don't be in the top of your league if you don't have some level of capability. So don't underestimate your team, and experimenting. I don't know. I don't understand the thinking behind the centre back pairing, but at the same time, I do know that we have a centre back issue right now. So I can't say much, but I don't think it was a good decision to play Tosin, who's very iffy at times, and Hato, who's been making a lot of mistakes and he's also adapting to the team. And it's not like he's getting games here and there to really build on that level of consistency and all of that. So I don't know. It's scratching. I'm scratching my head, but I mean, I can't take away from the goals that they scored because it's not. We give to them the goals, yes, but at the same time they took them, especially that first goal to hit the and then taking the rebound beautifully. Sanchez could do nothing about it. And the penalty is just a gutting thing. Generally thought you would have been able to stop it, but I haven't seen Sanchez be the greatest penalty stopper, so I don't know. But we're behind at halftime. It's very gutting. The match is not over, but it's an uphill battle now, and it's not good for a goal tally as well, because even if we win this match, we will not go ahead of the likes of Liverpool, where if we had won by at least a 2-goal margin, would be at least ahead of them based on critical order, and goals scored as well.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing again. I mean that's why, like, yes, we know the center back pairing might be office, but again, Ty, how to play center back at Ajax most of the time, so Kelly knows this position. And the other games was not making this kind of mistakes. Today, he's doing those mistakes. And the second goal right there, the penalty one. First of all, he let the guy press him, and then they took away a ball from him, and he opened his arms. Like, bro, when you open your arms, it's most likely going to be a penalty. Like, what is that, bro? So what kind of changes would you make?
Oof. Let me look at the bench. But the benches, I didn't get the chance to look at the bench, which is the things. Let me just, and well, I'll let everybody see the bench as well. If okay, so we have Jurgensen, Merrick, who's a goalkeeper, so Aching Pong. Okay, Aching Pong. If Aching Pong is on, this is what I would do. That's a risk. That is a cause the thing. I would generally take off Tosin. I would take off Tosin. We need some level of support for Hato. Hato hasn't really been that bad. He's in the defending aspect is where he falls short. But as a center back, you need some leadership, and you see you bring on Qarabag, who's also iffy, I know, but at least he's more of a communicator. I'm not seeing Tosin communicate that well. I would take off Tosin and bring on one of Aching Pong or Qarabag. Ideally, I feel more inclined to trust Aching Pong, but it's a very risky situation at the moment. Yeah, I mean, Ijaz, I was trying to call you a while ago and you weren't responding, so you could give your thought before the match begins again. But I would also take. I don't know. The attack is a bit iffy. I would bring on Liam Delap early in around the 55th minute. Give the current players in the attack around 10 minutes to see what they'll do. If not, bring on Delap, and then I'd also bring on the likes of Buonotti and you to replace Tarek George. Probably take up Tarek George and bring on one of Buonotti and you, and have you and Pedro play off each other. That's what I would do. Right. So Ijaz has called. Ijaz, please ensure that your background isn't noisy so that we can hear you clearly and no weird sounds in the background. You're on Chelsea Sessions. Hello, Ijaz, are you there? Hello. Hello.
I think you can hear me.
Yeah. What are you saying? What are you saying?
So, okay.
Okay, the connection on my phone is bad. Can you repeat that? Hello, Ijaz? Okay, I think we're having a problem.
I can't hear you.
You cannot hear me. That's weird.
Say something. Because I don't think I can hear you.
That's odd.
Yeah, I probably can't hear you.
Are you okay? Are you?
So if I can't, then you probably need to yourself maybe.
All right. So
But I don't really know if I'm muted. So I'm gonna go back on the stream and see.
Hello. All right. So we're having some technical difficulties.
Hello? I'm here. I'm just looking at the stream.
Yeah. You can hear me on the stream, or you can hear me on the call. What's going on?
You're on the call. Honestly.
All right. So the second half is kicked off, but I want to get your thoughts. Still.
Of course, it's like stuff is like we were winning, and now we were losing. So that's quite bad. Because like you need to bring on some good players, like the lap maybe, and take off some players that have like already there, so we can give them some time. Yeah.
All right.
I'm giving my thoughts.
All right. So okay. Thank you very much, Ijaz, for calling.
Like because of the liberty that they got. My thoughts is like we need new players on the pitch, and we need to defend way more, and we just need to attack and just defend because we can't let them score if we want to win, and if we want to win, then we can go to the top 8, and if we're in the top 8, we can qualify, and we don't have to go through another round. So we need to win this. So we'll probably need to change some players, and we'll be good to go.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. I know you said you can't hear me on the call, but if you listening on the stream, which now my thing is completely gone. I don't know what's going on. I can't see anything. I can't see the screen. I don't know what's going on. Everything's working against me right now. Okay, now this is better. But thank you for calling. Thank you for calling. So you've heard from me, Jazz. Big up to you, Fix FC. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you coming. Please do subscribe if you haven't already, and do share the stream. Drop a like. Which we are 5 subscribers away from 4,000. We can get it today. We can of course get to we can get to 4,000 by the end of the stream. Right, my thing is completely frozen right now. I don't know what's going on. I can't see the top part of the thing. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, I don't know what you mean by I stole this thumbnail, because I have this is literally my thumbnail. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about, because this is my thumbnail. My thumbnail is right here. That's weird. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm literally. No, you don't. I don't need to put my face on Ijaz, because I'm sure you can see my face on the stream. Why would I turn my camera on there? No, I have no idea what you're talking about. This is my thumbnail. I don't know what you're talking about. That is my thumbnail. If you go on X as well, you see that this is what I used to promote. Anyways, Flix FC, fine, I understand if the mix up, but I can assure you that what I'm seeing right now, and I'm going to show you on my phone as well, that this is what I'm seeing on vidIQ when I look at what my thumbnail is. So I'm not sure what you're talking about. If you think I stole it, I didn't steal it, because this is literally, I made my own thumbnail and I'm seeing this same thumbnail. So I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to show it. If you look at it right now, the thumbnail I'm seeing. Okay, my thing is inaccessible right now. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. But this is what I'm seeing. So okay, okay, wow. So if you look at this clearly, you can see. Okay, yeah, this is too bright. You're not going to see my screen properly. This is my thumbnail. You can see the thumbnail right there. This is my thumbnail. Same. It's very similar to this, but I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't steal his thumbnail. And if I haven't gone over to his stream to see if he's even saying that I stole his thumbnail, but I didn't. Because I made my own thumbnail. Sorry, but I appreciate you telling me that you see similarities, but I didn't see this thumbnail, because this is my thumbnail. But thank you very much. Thank you for tuning in, and I appreciate you tuning in either way. Thank you very much. But anyways, as I've said, the match is taking place at the moment. I'm gonna have to refresh my screen, however, because this is not working out for me. Chelsea still losing 2-1, and from what I can see, there's been no changes. Oh, there's been triple changes. I beg your pardon. So Enzo De Lapa and Garnacho to replace Andrew Santos, Tarek George, and Gittings. So no defensive changes by Enzo Maresca. However, what we can see is that he's decided to make some changes, and I think those changes are also good. So fair enough, fair play. Much respect to him for deciding to make that important switch. But I'm gonna have to refresh this. Okay, and just like that, Garnacho gets his first goal. It's 2-2. And what's a super sub that is? It's 2-2. And Chelsea are back into this one. And I believe that should be. And that is his second goal for Chelsea. After scoring his first goal against Sunderland about a week ago, he has now scored his first goal for Chelsea in the Champions League this time around. So, fair play. Congratulations to Garnacho. Very good substitution decision here, placing Gittins with him. And yeah, man, fantastic. Excellent. I'm gonna go over to Chu Bruno though, because I want to see if he was saying that I stole his thumbnail. Because that would be very sad to hear. But yeah, it's now 2-2. The score is level. Absolutely fantastic. Once more, I'm going to implore you guys to do me the favor of checking out the latest video on the channel on Josh Achengpong, if you haven't already. Chelsea have a corner here. Chelsea have a corner here. I'm gonna try to see if I can watch the match now again, because I've been having a hard time watching the match. Kochalski, Duran with a header here, trying to get the ball up to Qarabag. "55 minutes have gone. So we have around 35 minutes to go. So Qarabag on the attack here again. Qarabag makes a good pass here. Oh my days. Wow. Another shaky moment here with Hatu, but Hatu gets lucky here. Absolutely interesting situation there. But Hatu was able to do a bit better there, but he almost got spun way too easy for my liking there. But we move. So as you guys can see, it's 2-2. Free kick. Enzo Fernandez had a chance to score to make it 3-2, but the goalkeeper stopped it. So still on the attack here. Liam Delap. Liam Delap is brought down, but the referee says play on. Delap takes a shot. It's saved by Kolochelski. But it's offside. The offside flag has been raised here. Is the referee drop ball here?
used to that than the Chelsea players. Qarabag are about to make a double change. I can see Nariman Akonzade is prepared to come on, and so is Toro Bayramov. Qarabag coach is going to do here is Kukurea is dispossessed, and then he gives away a free kick, just trying to fend off any chance of a counter attack. Here come the changes. So Toro Bayramov is on. Just sees come off. Leandro Andrade is actually going to be withdrawn here. That's a curious change. And also Camilo Duran being withdrawn. Particularly interesting. Those are two players that can make a real impact. Andrade bowler for the Chelsea defenders. Akonzade and Bayramov are on. Akonzade has come through the youth system at the club. He's an Azerbaijan international. Chelsea continue to be pretty slack out of defence here. Adai. He's got a bit of trickery in the feet. Adai. Pass it to the near side with Efra Guliev. Uses it, loses it to James. James gives it away. Then gets it back and manages to find Esteval with his pass. He tries to go through the legs. Can't keep it very long. Efra Guliev working hard, but Esteval will emerge with the ball. And now Enzo Fernandez goes out to the right hand side. There's the early cross. Mustafa Zadi in the way. Qarabag have not looked out of place tonight, but then you can say that about their entire campaign so far until this point. And even if they don't come away with anything tonight, they've shown tremendous quality, a good mental strength, because when they lost that first goal, I don't think it would have been too unfair to assume that this game was only going to go one way, but Qarabag found a way back into it. They'll be annoyed with the nature of the second goal that they conceded. Especially so soon after half time as well, to lose that lead, but they're very much in this. With over an hour played. Adai and Zubair. Qarabag just knocking the ball about, trying to get a feel for things again. I tell you, this game is far from done. 63 minutes on the clock. Qarabag looking pretty comfortable in possession as well. Nice layoff from his fellow substitute Bayramov, and the quick shot. Plenty of pace behind it, just slightly lacking the accuracy, but Robert Sanchez was diving for it. He didn't know exactly where that one was ending up. And that's a reminder of the threat that the home side pose. Just one change left for Enzo Maresca. In the second half. Likes of Facundo Buonanotte, Mark Guille, Josh Ashiampong, Wizafavana, Malagusto, Trevor Chalobah to come on. I think it's fair to say he's used his most of his attacking options. Mark Guille is still there if he wants him. That final change. Enzo Maresca may just have to start thinking about whether or not he does stick or twist. He certainly twisted at the half. I suppose if this was a game of blackjack, he was twisting though when he only had 2 cards worth a total of 11, so he could afford to. Maybe not so much now. He hosts Wolves on Saturday, who are still without a manager after Vitor Pereira was sacked at the weekend. To play in Baku. Chelsea in possession. This is Reece James. Looks for the pass through to the lap. There's runs causing some problems for the Qarabag back line. James. Enzo Fernandez can't squeeze his pass through. Again, Qarabag will try on the counter-attack. It breaks down pretty quickly though, although had to scramble away as he came under a bit of pressure after a poor pass back to him. Oh, Adai was released there, but slipped at the crucial moment, allowed James to step in. Qarabag continue to press. How long can they keep that going for? Nice little challenge by Adai, and that will be a Chelsea throw-in, pretty much bang on the halfway line on this near side. They have lost each of their last 3 away games in the UEFA Champions League, and the only time they've ever lost 4 on the road in the competition was back in 2004-2005 under Jose Mourinho, his first season in charge at Chelsea. It's the quarterfinals that season. Lost out in the end to Barcelona. Tie that included that Ronaldinho goal at Stamford Bridge. I'm sure you know which one I'm talking about. Qarabag knocking the ball back the way here, but quite happy to string the passes together. So 23 minutes left to play in Baku. Still, it remains 2 apiece. Alejandro Garnacho's goal 6 minutes into the second half has made it that way. Anderson has really had much of a chance since then. And Enzo Fernandez looking to break the offside trap again on the right hand side. He's fended off for a second by Adai to switch it over to Garnacho, but it's well intercepted by Silva. Nicely read, and he will come forward on the far side. Qarabag looking for some players to make the runs forward. Zubier and Silva on the overlap, and Caicedo will be able to see it out for a goal kick. Silva maybe just extended himself a bit too much there. Took a minute to get back up, but he's going to make sure he gets back. It's been a good night for Qarabag. Whatever the result is, they've really showed that they are a team to keep an eye on for the remainder of this league phase. As the lap steams into the box, tries to finish across the goalkeeper, but Kasialski knew it was always going wide. Kevin Medina has sat on the park, but he is getting back up to it now. He just wanted a rest. Players have been warming up for Chelsea, so that final change might not be too far away. Certainly from Chelsea's point of view, any drop points will make their chances of a top 8 finish just fizzle away a little bit. It's too early to say that they're out of it, but there are a few teams that are pretty consistent. You look at Bayern Munich and Arsenal, they've won 4 out of 4 so far. Inter Milan, who play tonight, 3 out of 3. if you make a reasonable assumption that Bayern and Arsenal are definitely going to finish top 8, having won all 4 of their first 8 games, then you're talking about there's only 6 places available after that, and that's when it gets really, really tight. We saw there was plenty of places to be sorted when we got to match day 8 last season. I've got a stoppage in play at the moment because Qarabag have a player down receiving treatment. It looks like it might be a bit of cramp. Or Yefar Guliev, yeah, looks like he's just getting the stretch treatment. Try and see that off. Qarabag have put in a power of work tonight, though. They've been magnificent, and they, up to this moment, certainly deserve something from the game. As a result, it would take them into 12th place in the table, and Chelsea up until 10th. And the final change has been made by Enzo Maresca, and it is Facundo Buonanotte who's been given the nod here, and João Pedro, his night is over. So suspect he will just move in behind Liam Delap up top, with Esteban Garnacho either side of him. Still waiting for the resumption of play here. 19 minutes to go plus stoppages. Chelsea are going to receive the ball back here from that stoppage in play. They take the ball out, and Qarabag being sporting there. So a couple more changes for Qarabag on the way. They've got just the 2 remaining, so that will do them for the evening once they use them. So a lot of space for Esteban on the right hand side for Chelsea. It's been quiet since he scored. It's Esteban though with the shot on the edge of the box, and the way was Medina. And Medina is feeling it there after that. And this is the point in the game where, from Qarabag's point of view, because they've worked immensely hard, players are just starting to feel it. There's Enzo Fernandez pushing forward. And Akanzada watching him all the way there. Also, this is Reece James, the Chelsea captain. Can he inspire his side here? Esteban. Forward route there. Back it goes to Esteban. He's got a bit of space to run into. Garnacho's out on the left hand side. He gets it from Hato. Qarabag in a very rigid shape right now. Is this the point where they decide they can try and take a point? They'll try and hold on. Ball goes over the top to Enzo Fernandez. Flipped to Liam Delap. Tries to push it back out to James. It does get there. Had to run to the touchline to do it. To pick it up. And behind towards Esteban. Intercepted by Adai. Adai takes it in. Does he keep it for long? They won't have. And they're going to get it. That's a free kick. And Qarabag can make changes, and they are going to bring on Alexei Kashchuk. And the player has been withdrawn. Yefar Guliev and Zubir. So the Qarabag captain's night is over. Alexei Kashchuk is on, as I've said, and the player joining him the final 16 minutes or so. Is Danny Bolt. There might be a slight formation change. Gurbanov. See how that pans out. Guliev was struggling with a cramp, so not massively surprising that his night is over. So Fernand back into this game. He opened the score. building it here. Then in fact, into danger by Qarabag. Looks like Gonzade has gone down on the edge of the Qarabag box, and that will win a free kick. As Tosin just had his hands on his shirt there. Just a bit clumsy from Tosin. Hasn't delivered just as much excitement as the first did. One suspects there might still be a twist on her hands here. Tina getting into a bit of a tangle that team. Hamilton will to mop up things for Qarabag there. He can go forward to Akinzade. Tries the first pass forward, had far too much on it. Chris James on a naughty Macedo back to James again. Esteban on this right. Can he make something happen? Well, he's got away from his man here. He goes to the byline. He will put it back. And there, thankfully for Qarabag, is Pedro Bacalio to force it out for a corner kick. Just wondered if Esteban would push that out. He hadn't, though, and Garnacho, oh my goodness, he has sliced that from the edge of the Qarabag box out for a throw-in. It's a waste of a corner for Chelsea. We saw a lovely bit of quality from Garnacho. Early stages of the second half with the equaliser, that was very much on the opposite end of the scale. Break here on again for Qarabag. Space only up on the left hand side for Adai. Puts it onto his right. Wanted the shot, but Macedo was in the way, and I think it was a miss hit as well. As Esteban turns away nicely from Baramov. Taps inside to Enzo Fernandez. And Enzo Fernandez continues to run forward here. He's going to go for the shot, and it's over. Good effort. Just couldn't find a way to bring it back down. Plenty of pace. It was a relatively accurate shot. It was right down the middle, but he just lifted it a bit too much. Didn't get the required spin on it to bring it back down the way. Chelsea. The goal kick forward. Onanotti goes up to win it for Chelsea. Comes Jankovic in the back of Enzo Fernandez. That's a free kick to the visitors. Here's Garnacho. Back the way it goes to Tosin. James, and that's a lovely roll up towards Kukurea. Chelsea had to come out and get to that, and he will then get a free kick. Kukurea with him entitled to go for the ball, but he missed. Man. When I look at it again, it's more Kuchanski catches Kukurea, but the referee does award the free kick to the home side, who will be very grateful for that, I'm sure. Big crowd this evening in the Republican Stadium in Baku. missed by Ramo coming forward in for Cap. On the left hand, into the final 10 minutes now. James. Dawson. Zado. On a naughty. Skips away from one man here. And pick out the run of Liam Delap though. Qarabag won't go back away, but they will have to defend once again. And this probably is going to be the triangle for the game now. Fernandez on the overlap. The pass from Esteval. Across it goes. Dina slides in to make sure he gets there first. Jankovic touched it last corner of the Chelsea. Taken quickly, curled it by James. Headed into the air by a Qarabag defender and then fully cleared by Castro, one of the substitutes. Chelsea just have to be relentless if they want to find a winner. Just as they were hold on to the lead at the end of the first half now, Qarabag will be desperate to keep things level, but Esteval's trying to find a way through, and then his shot goes over. He wants a corner, which he isn't getting. He thinks there was a deflection. Still got something in him in this game. Esteval has been pretty quiet for him since he opened the scoring in the 16th minute of the game. That shot did look like it was deflected over Medina, but neither referee or assistant felt the same way. So Qarabag will get a bit of an opportunity for Qarabag to run down some clock. 8 minutes to play, plus whatever is added on. Maybe a few minutes, I would suspect. And Jacob James again. Up towards Esteval. He's been everywhere tonight to play for. The Chelsea's clearance. Almost given away to Garnacho. Couldn't keep it for long. And here goes Calio, and now the cross from the right. Oh, it's a good one, and Caicedo had to be there to put it out for a corner. That was a dangerous ball in from the right hand side. Ball coming in from Danny Bolt, who's come on in the second half. Really dangerous one and good covering defending from Moises Caicedo, and that's just raised the noise levels again inside the stadium. Over 30,000 fans. Bit of belief here that they should get themselves back into the lead and maybe find the winning goal. Chelsea set everyone back here. No half measures defensively as the corner comes in straight on top of Sanchez. Easy catch. And he rolls out to Enzo Fernandez, and Chelsea looking to move it forward quickly. Garnacho's over on this right hand side now. Just giving a bit of time there for Qarabag to get back. But this is Buonanotte. He's got Enzo Fernandez to his right hand side. He's in a lot of space. It's a good pass. It goes across, and there is Mustafa Sadi to clear for the moment. Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, tempting cross, and Silva puts it behind for another corner. Corner from the far side this time for Chelsea. 5.5 minutes to go. The whistles sounding around the stadium. The home fans trying to lend their support to see their team through. Again, it goes short from the corner. Garnacho to Buonanotte from 30 yards out. It's going to strike! Oh, I thought that was it. It's gone wide. Great effort. But it's going away from goal and wide. But Buonanotte just hit the sweet spot there. Oh, it's not far away at all. Chalski desperately diving to his left-hand side. But again, the spin always taking it away from the target. Just not bringing it back inside. Looks like Marko Jankovic is sitting down on the deck here for Qarabag. He scored the goal that did put Qarabag in front in that first half from the penalty spot. Jarell Hato was penalised for a handball. Chelsea looking to try and build some momentum again after that weekend win away at Tottenham Hotspur. They host Wolves on Saturday, then they go away to Burnley before a couple of really tasty games to end the month. First they will host Barcelona, and then they will also have Arsenal at Stamford Bridge in a 5-day stretch. Some way to end the month of November. Up next in the Champions League for Qarabag, they will go away to the Italian champions Napoli. The rest of their fixtures in the league phase see them host both Ajax and Eintracht Frankfurt before they will finish their campaign at the end of January at Anfield against the Premier League champions Liverpool. With a big win last night at home to Real Madrid. Kevin Medina has been booked by the referee. Maybe just said something that Sebastian Gazhama was not a fan of. Chelsea knocking it forward from the eventual goal kick. Super time getting there. Time running out for a winner here. 87 gone. That's not a bad ball. And it's chased down here. And across towards Adai. Oh, James just stepped in at the right time to take it away from him. He had to get there. Chelsea now will try again. Enzo Fernandez and Esteval. Tossing. Hato. Qarabag parking in front of their 18-yard box. Esteval on the right-hand side. And towards the final 10 minutes now. Esteval to Enzo Fernandez. The flick. Chances racking up for Chelsea, but there's just been nothing really clear cut for them in this second half since Garnacho scored the equaliser. And it certainly will be a blow for their top 8 aspirations if they can't find the crucial score. Buonanotte now, Enzo Fernandez. Again, they will try down the right-hand side with Esteval. Can he unlock this defence? He will try towards the byline now. So many players in the middle, and the cutback is far from good enough. Whacked away out for a Chelsea throw-in on this near side as we're into the final minute of the 90. Hato. Garnacho, not the best pass to him, it bounces up in the air from the first touch. Let's keep it under control and puts it back into the middle of Dawson. Enzo Fernandez. Qarabag camped on the edge of their own 18-yard box. Cleared away. Buonanotte went down for a minute looking for a free kick he was never going to get. Reece James still forward. Esteval goes ahead. Estevao looking to try and fashion the space for a cross. He gets it back to Enzo Fernandez on the edge of the penalty box. Won back by Akanzade, and he should get a free kick, and he will. And Moises Caicedo was just absolutely lost it with the referee, and I was going to say he talked himself into the book. It's more like he screamed his way into the book there. And as the foul was given away, and we have 5 minutes of added on time. Qarabag almost there. And their fans are making a huge amount of noise, applauding their team. And so they should be, because it's been a tremendous effort. Kevin Medina showing good composure. So he launches it forward. Towson's header can only put it out for a Qarabag throw about midway through the Chelsea half. It's been Chelsea doing all the pushing for the last 15 minutes or so. And Qarabag spring one more chance. They led at half time. Turned things around in the first 45. Pegged back by Garnacho just after the break. Akodadze. Good layoff of Ada. Akinzadi does put it across. It's a good chance. Oh, it's straight into the hand of Sanchez from Kashchuk. Wasn't a great connection. It felt like a bit of a hopeful ball into the box, but Kashchuk did follow it in, but couldn't find the finish. And Chelsea now forward on the left-hand side with Garnacho. Silva's touch taken away. Slides in. And keeps it in play for Garnacho. Caicedo chips it into the box towards Cucurella. Headed up towards Estevao. He tries the header. It's Garnacho! Good save at his near post by Kochalski. Qarabag giving away another corner, but it's a big save from their goalkeeper as Garnacho tried the bicycle volley. But halfway through the added on time, Enzo Fernandez will take this corner. Right-footed in swinger into a packed penalty area to the near post. There's Cucurella trying to get there. Fended off by Pedro Bicalho. And wait a second here. The ball stayed in play and Qarabag are up the other end. Can they? Good overlap. And the cross. Stop. Time. Enzo Fernandez will switch it to the near side with Estevao. Has he put too much on it? No. Estevao's managed to keep it in play. Lovely control. Estevao forced inside here though. Looks to try and flick it back. Can't manage it. And Qarabag get it clear through Baramov for a throw in on the near side. 90 seconds to go. Qarabag holding on, but they've had their own opportunities inside stoppage time. Estevao. Can he find a bit of magic? He dinks it to the back post. Garnacho's coming in, he'll put it across. Silva's there. Cucurella picks up. Enzo Fernandez. Tosin. And now James out wide. James sends it in. There's no one there. And it goes. That's going to be a goal kick. And that might well do it. As we enter the final minute of the 5 added on. Killing a bit of time here as Jankovic went down again inside the box. He probably should have come off a lot earlier on in the half. So again, play is not resumed for the goal kick. It's about 20 seconds to go. How much time will the referee play on here? An aimless goal kick Enzo Fernandez puts it forward towards the lap. Is that the full-time whistle? Yes, it is. That is the full-time whistle. And Qarabag have held on for a point. A huge wave of applause goes around the Republican Stadium in Baku. This will go down as a brilliant result, which means they've lost just one of their opening 4 games in the league phase. Chelsea miss out on the opportunity to climb into the top 8 of the league phase as they drop points for a second time.
Oh, how gutting it is. Oh, how gutting it is for Chelsea Football Club as they have dropped points yet again, and now getting the top 8 finish looks very much like a tough thing to ask for. So it ends Qarabag 2, Chelsea 2. I did say before the stream that don't underestimate. Before the match, I should say, I said that don't underestimate Qarabag, and they showed us that we shouldn't. And they did good enough to keep Chelsea disappointed, and it's a point apiece. And it's also about the job because we took the lead and then we lost it. We had to come back. Absolute embarrassing performance. Chelsea did not do enough. They had chances, they created chances. Creating chances has never been an issue for Chelsea. It's about converting these last 3 games. And sadly, as a result, they've now found themselves getting a point, meaning then that they're only on 5 points. I beg your pardon, not 5 points. They're on 7 points now. So it's gutting. I'm going to see if anybody is going to join me for a brief little post-match analysis, post-match discussion of this embarrassing performance from Chelsea. But yeah, let me go through the statistics quite quickly, and then I'll come back to see if anybody joins. So let's go back to this now quickly. All right, so ball possession 61% Chelsea, 39% Qarabag. 1.65 expected goals for Qarabag and 1.08 for Chelsea. 9 total shots from Qarabag, 16 from Chelsea. 4 shots on target from Chelsea, 3 from Qarabag. Qarabag with 3 big chances, 0 big chances according to FootMob for Chelsea. 2 big chances missed from Qarabag and 0 big chances missed from Chelsea according to FootMob. 244 accurate passes, which makes that 78% accuracy of the passes that they've had in total. 435 accurate passes according to FootMob, with 87% accuracy there. Let me scroll down quickly to the next section of the statistics here. Absolute embarrassing performance. 9 fouls committed from Qarabag, 19 from Chelsea, 2 corners for Qarabag and 8 for Chelsea. So as we know, total shots 16 for Chelsea, 9 for Qarabag, 3 shots off target for Qarabag, 8 for Chelsea, 4 shots on target for Chelsea, 3 for Qarabag, 3 block shots from Qarabag and 4 block shots from Chelsea. 1 hit of the woodwork took place for Qarabag and 0 from Chelsea. 7 shots inside the box from Qarabag, 11 from Chelsea. 2 shots outside the box from Qarabag and 5 from Chelsea. Absolutely embarrassing performance. I'm going to see if anybody's going to join. But let me put myself back into full screen so I can speak about this match. Absolute embarrassing performance. Absolutely embarrassing performance. Chelsea can blame nobody but themselves. They can't blame anybody but themselves, and it's gutting. But I did say it. I don't see Chelsea getting to the last 16 if they do. If it's not through the qualification of the last 8 sort of qualification matches. So it's more games to play rather than less. But it is what it is. Chelsea had the chance to go ahead of Liverpool if they were able to get a win. But it's just not meant to be. And we can only blame ourselves for such a dismal end to the match. it's gutting, man. It's gutting. And I have to say, Maresca absolutely underestimated the opponents. Enzo Maresca underestimated the opponent. It showed in the starting 11. It was heavily rotated. And I get it. You need to give players some chances, but that defense was absolute shambolic. At least have somebody that can guide Hato. Hato was struggling. Tosin was non-existent for some parts. Tosin was easily surpassed. But I'm going to see if anybody will join. I'm going to give them about 5 more minutes. If nobody else joins, then I'll just run off the stream. We've been streaming for 3 hours, and I myself, I'm tired. My legs are hurting. I've been sitting on this chair for over 3 hours. It's not good. I may have cramps by the end of this all. But let me see if anybody will join. I'm gonna see if Ijaz is able to speak post game. All right, so no one so far. I'm looking at the outreach online from fans, and I have to say I agree with what I'm seeing from them. You know, this one is on Maresca. You can blame only Maresca for this one, because I personally think you start the best that you can, and then when you have it won, or hopefully if you have a comfortable lead, you take out the players that you want to rest for the weekend, and then you go from there. You don't do this nonsense of underestimating the team that you're facing and then dropping points when it's a time when you cannot afford to drop points. Whether or not it's Qarabag and you think you're better than them on paper, you don't drop the standard. You don't drop the quality of the personal playing from the first minute. So I blame Maresca. I'm sorry, I have to blame Maresca. This is on Maresca. Because if I'm gonna say that I'm not fond of blaming the manager for players not scoring, I can't blame him. But he chooses the persons who play, and if they don't do what needs to be done, and he doesn't try to correct it as best as possible and as quickly as possible, it's on him. So I'm not going to blame him for the players not finding a way to score, but I will blame him for the fact that he played a very inferior team in a match that required the best result, and the best result is winning. So now it shows to the next match, against the likes. Is it who are we playing again? I'm trying to remember who. Is it Inter or Atalanta? I don't even know, man. The fixtures are coming quick and fast, and I don't remember who we're playing. We will be playing Barcelona. Yeah, so we're playing Barcelona next, and this is why we need to get a win today, because hoping that we can get a win against Barcelona is going to be an uphill battle. But we didn't win to Qarabag, and I didn't have confidence that we would. But it is what it is. So I've waited. Nobody else has joined. So thank you guys. Thank you to everybody that tuned in. I'm going to end the stream right now, as I've seen nobody has joined. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate each and every one of you tuning in and supporting the stream today. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hope people will be in the replay. Much appreciations to you. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you guys next time. Cheers, up the chills, and come on, you Blues. See you next time for a watch along, hopefully being the next stream on Saturday for the Chelsea women's team. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers and stay safe. Peace.